Other members that would like to speak to Bill 19, Reform of Agency Boards and Commissions Compensation Act, Calgary Mountain View.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I'll be brief. I think the government deserves a lot of credit for this bill. It's long overdue. It's been decades that these boards, commissions, and agencies have been packed by PC insiders and big donors to the PC party. We've long been calling for this, and I think they finally taken a hold on it and are really looking at it very seriously and trying to do it in a measured way, in a sequenced way, so that we're not actually damaging the quality of work that is going on in many of these agencies, boards, and commissions, and not unduly, and not going to be sued for breaking contracts or agreements with people. So it's a thoughtful approach. It's going to give the government authority to standardize the compensation framework for the ABCs and compel them to disclose salary information. The pay grades will be determined over the coming months with the help of an independent consultant, and will vary depending on the complexity of positions and the size of the organization. Very reasonable. Specifically, the Reform of Agencies, Boards and Commissions Compensation Act would apply initially to agencies whose executives have base salaries over $200,000 a year, excluding post-secondary institutions. And one can understand that this is going to take a little longer to review. Under the current system, CEOs and executives of ABCs have the authority to set their own salaries, bonuses, and severances with no government regulation or oversight. How did this happen? Jurisdictions such as Ontario, BC, Nova Scotia have already produced these kinds of changes. So very reasonable, very appropriate, fully support this attempt to both rein in costs and provide some credibility to these organizations with standard compensation practices as much as possible. It will include organizations like AIMCO, Petroleum Marketing Commission, Alberta Gaming and Liquor Commission, Alberta Energy Regulators, Alberta Health Services. These are over 50% of the spending in this province, and long overdue that we have a better handle and better control over these organizations. And to their credit again, last year, the decisions that were made by this government saved $33 million in amalgam. Not last year, this year, brought some savings already in reducing the number of agencies and redundancies in agencies, boards, and commissions. So I give full credit for that. One example that was reported in CBC, for example, Alberta Innovates board chair or board salaries range from $338,000 to $479,000 a year. Just incredible, Mr. Speaker, especially given the kind of challenges in this province today. So I just wanted to applaud them. I wanted to say this: I fully support this initiative, and my only caveat is kind of a broken wheel comment that I hope you'll establish an independent appointments commission so that you won't be accused of the same thing in 4 years that the agencies, boards, and commissions were stalked by party insiders or party donors. And you can look us all in the face and say, we have an independent commission. There's no question about the appointments based on merit here, and we can all be satisfied that our money is being well spent in these critical agencies, boards, and commissions. I'll be fully supportive. Thanks, Mr. Speaker.
Under 29-2A, are there any questions of the member from Mountain View, Calgary Mountain View?